Hello everyone, welcome to our programming lectures. So in this video we are going to discuss about the another data structure of an R programming, that is data frames. Now let us understand what is meant by a data frame. So data frames in R programming is going to store the data in the form of a table, which means that it is going to have the data in the form of rows and columns. And here you can store any type of data into the data frames. For example, first column data can be a character, and second column data can be a numerical value, or third column data can be a logical value. So like that you can store any type of data into a data frame, but each column should have the same type of data. For example, the first column, so the first value is character value, means all the values should be character values only. All the second column values should be numerical values, and all the third column values should be logical values, and so on. That is the way you can create a data in the data frames. And how do you create a data frame is by using the data.frame function you can create a data frame. So here I have given an example. Here I have created a data frame. So by using the data.frame function, and here these three are the column names, and these are the values to that particular column. Okay, so let me create a data frame to understand clearly. For example, I want to create a data frame that is friend data, and you have to use the function data.frame. We have to use the function data.frame. Yes, press enter, and here you need to give the columns first. For example, friend number FNO is equals to, and you have multiple number of friends. So for example, 3 number of friends, 1, 2, 3. Friend number, comma. Next, friend name, F name. For example, F name. For example, Ramu. The first friend name is Ramu, and second friend name is Raju, and the third friend name is Ravi. So 3 friend names has been given, and I want to give one more column name, that is location. So location, for example, Ramu is from Hyderabad. You have to give within the columns Hyderabad, and second friend comes from Warangal, and the third friend is from Karimnagar. So this is a way you have to create a data frame. Let's create this. So after creating the data frame, for example, I need to get the data of this particular friend underscore data. So when you are giving the data frame, so automatically you are getting here the table, you are getting here, you see, you can observe here, see right side. So this is friend number and friend name and location. So this is a way you can create a data frame. And let's find out the summary of the data frame. So you use the summary function to summarize the data. So here itself I use the summary function, summary of, yes, let's press enter. So here you are going to get the summary. So this is the summary. For example, this is FNO, the column summary of FNO, and summary of second column, this is the summary of third column. Means the length and the class and more. The length and class and more. And here this is the numerical values. That's why it is giving the mean value, median value, maximum value, minimum value, first quartile value, and third quartile value. All values has been displayed. This is a statistical information will be displayed for the numerical values. And for character values, it gives the length and class and mode only. So this is the way you can find out the summary of a particular data frame. And how do you access the items of a data frame? You can access the items by using the square brackets or double square brackets or dollar. So let's understand. For example, so our data frame name is friend data. If friend data, and within the square brackets I give 1, means it gives the first column value. If I give 2, means it gives second column value, and so on. And we have another way in the data. You use the two square brackets and you have to represent the column name. The column name is f name. The values that you are going to get. Suppose instead of two brackets, I use only one bracket, and within that I give the column name f name. To just observe the output, the previous output and this output. So here we are getting the data as a column, and here we are getting the data. Only the data values you are getting when you are using the square brackets. So this is the difference. We have one more way to access the data, friend underscore data dollar, and here I give the column name f name. You are getting the data as a data values only you are getting, not like a column. So this is the way you can access the data, and you can find out the number of columns and rows available by using the dimension function. So dimension friend underscore data. So it is going to have 3 rows and 3 columns. Even you can find out the length. So length of data frame. So length is 3, means 3 rows is available. So these are the functions that you can use. Even you can add new rows and new columns to the data frame by using the rbind function and cbind function. So here, this is the syntax to add a new row. So you have to give the data frame name and use the rbind function. So now you are adding the row, right, to the existing data frame. This is the existing data frame that you need to pass as a first argument, and you need to give the row values here. The row values that you need to give here. Okay, this is rbind. Next, for cbind, we have here cbind function, which is used to add a new column. Means you need to add a new column here. Okay, so let me add a row. So to the friend data, FRI friend data. For example, first I need to add a row or bind to the existing data frame. What is our existing data frame? Friend data. So how do you need to add the row? You first observe here. FNO you need to add, FNAME you need to add, location you need to add. So you have to use C. FNO is 4, comma. So name is Raghu, and location is from Khammam. So this is the way you need to add this. Now let's cross check. See here, the fourth one has been added. You can observe here. Even you can get the output in a console. The fourth one has been added. This is the way you can add the number of rows. Even you can add the columns also. Friend underscore data. By using the cbind function, you can add a column. And first you need to give the existing data frame. And you need to add a column value. The column value that you need to add first. For example, friend number, friend name, friend location. And for example, here one more thing, study. For example, what he has been studied. What he has been studied. So here, for example, he has studied which class friend. For example, one is first class friend, another one is fifth class friend, another one is 12th class friend, and another one is 8th class friend. Like that you need to add. Sorry, here we have given wrong data frame. Right, let's execute friend underscore data. frind frind. See here, one more column has been added here. Column has been added. So here I forgot a E. Just execute it again. You give E. So one more column has been added. So this is the way you can add a column to the existing data frame. And how do you remove the rows and columns? So by using the C function, we can remove the rows and columns. So let me remove one row and one column. Friend underscore data friend. So here what you need to give is friend underscore data of hyphen C of 1 means the first row, it removes the first row, hyphen C of 1, it removes the first column data. Right, let's display the data which is available in friend data. See, the first row and first column has been removed. So this first row has been removed and this first column has been removed. You see, observe here the output. Observe the previous output and this output. So this is a way you can remove the rows and columns also. And as already we have been discussed, how do you find out the number of rows and number of columns will be available in a data frame is by using the dimension function. And even you can find out the number of rows and number of columns by using the end row and end column. So end row of friend data 3 and end call of friend data is 3. 3 number of rows and 3 number of columns. Even you can find out the length by using the length function. It is same as n column only. This is also already have been discussed. Now let us understand the combining the data frames. So we can use the R bind function and C bind function. Normally R bind function which is used to add a row and the C bind function which is used to add a column to the existing data frame. Even you can use this R bind function and C bind function to add that to combine two data frames into one data frame. So here we have two ways. So we can combine two data frames as a row wise order and we can combine two data frames as a column wise order. So in this example I am using the R bind function. So here we can combine the data frame as a row wise. So when you want to add a row wise, so you should have the column names is same. The same column names should be there, like here training, pulse and duration. See here training, pulse and duration should be there. When you want to add like a column wise, so the columns should be different. So in the first data frame we have training, pulse and duration, 3 columns is there, and in the second data frame we have 2 column names, that is steps and calories. So let me execute this to understand clearly, as already I have been given here. Let me clear this console. Right, first I have been created a data frame 1 with the help of data.frame function. So how many columns is there? 3 columns is there. Training, pulse and duration. 3 columns is there and these are the values. So let me execute this particular first data frame. This is first data frame. And second data frame is having the same columns, training, pulse and duration. Means the column names is same in both data frames. So these two data frames I need to add by using the R bind function, data frame 1 and data frame 2. So let me execute this particular code. See here. So this is the data frame 1 data and this 4th, 5th, 6th one is data frame 2 data. So this is the way you can combine the data as a rows by using the R bind function. And the second one is, next one, we have to combine the data frames by using the C bind function. In the first data frame I have taken 3 columns, training, pulse and duration. So let me execute this. And the second data frame I have taken steps and calories. Let's execute this. And finally these two data frames has been added by using the C bind function. See, training, pulse, duration, steps and calories. So here the data has been added as a columns by using the cband function. So this is a way you can combine the data frames. I hope it is clear to you. Thank you everyone.